It's time to yap with what's yappening.
Queen's Radio.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to What's Happening. Are we all excited this week?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What's this week?
This
School
week,
trips.
School trips.
Mhm.
I feel like everyone has a really good,
Traumatic.
traumatic. You could
Fair.
say school trip song.
Mhm.
Song.
I've been in many school trips. Oh, mine's 4. That's what it is. I've been in many school trips, to be honest.
I've been in
In
a
my
couple. Sorry, I'm really conscious of the fact we're all going to be on screen for like the full hour this time.
Basically, one of the cameras wasn't working. Tech sorted out. And we're now just using one camera this week. So that's why we're all
Yeah.
moved about.
But I kind of like
this.
it.
I like this setup.
feels
it's
like-
quite cute.
I don't know, cozy or something. Everyone's like, we're all together. It's so communal. Sorry. We've like recorded our assignment and all before
Building
this.
bridges.
We're like,
We're going do lolly.
yeah. Or I don't even know anymore. I'm just tired this day.
Anybody
But-
any biz before we get into it?
Well, it's a certain What's Yappein member's birthday today.
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks guys. Thanks guys.
Wow, we have a combined age of 80 now.
Yeah, finally. I've caught up with them. So
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
we're all old.
Oldies.
I also need to plug my phone on charge, but keep going.
Just
keep going.
What did you say this morning? You woke up and your back cracked in 4 different places.
That's what
Yeah.
being 20 does to you.
Yeah, we have good. I think we have a couple of responses this week.
We
Yeah.
do. Yet again, inundated with far too many. We had to narrow them down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just swarming us, guys. Although we think that the most recent episode that came out was actually not the one before this. It was the what was that episode?
Biggest lie.
The Clay Mistress.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes,
That-
at time of recording, biggest mistress.
The Juicy Goss one.
the McClay
Juicy
mistress.
gossip
Yeah.
was.
That was a good
That was
episode.
And
good
it's
one.
popped off on YouTube, which is
And the last episode,
Good.
well, we have some funky editing.
yes, you'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
No, it's out by then.
Yeah, true. It will be up by the
It'll
time
be out
this
by
is
then.
Yeah.
And this week we only have one camera, so
Listen,
Different every week.
At least we're all here.
mixing
every
it
week.
up.
Yeah,
I know.
that's good about what's happening. You never know what
You
you're
never know
getting.
what you're gonna
Exactly.
You never know what you're getting.
Mhm.
You know. 2 working cameras would be good, but
I know.
Can't
Well,
too much to ask for.
Can't tell it
Too
all.
much to ask for.
do you have some lovely new headphones though, which
We do.
nobody is wearing?
Don't work. Poor Jack
They
couldn't
sound
hear
really
after having them
weird.
on for like 10 minutes.
I feel like I need to sit like
No, I'm really trying to be
With my back turned.
Oh,
conscious this week.
you look so.
Jack,
It's
yeah,
I
you
noticed
look
you.
so
You look so
chilled.
chill, and I'm like, what?
Birthday boy, like. Yeah, what'd you
I
get for your
know.
birthday?
This.
Look at it.
What is it,
Stunting.
Jack? What is it?
My new Ralphie.
Straight out, straight on.
But,
Just right.
Then I got new wheels and tires for the car. So
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Very
need to share them.
I need a car. That'd be good.
Yeah, facts actually.
Yeah, that was, yeah. I'm driving up to Downpatrick tomorrow for a podcast, and I have to drop my mother to work at 7, and the podcast
Oh
isn't
my
at 12. Which is good. But then I have to pick her up later, so I have to be like, cheers, lads, see you later. Back down to pick mum up from work, and it's like an hour and 10 minutes to Downpatrick from my house. So
Oh, what a hike.
I know.
It's equipment to be
For a
fair.
podcast.
Podcast, I know. But
Yeah,
sure.
well, I don't know. I feel like we've had like an eventful week. We have just finished a set of assignments, and it feels like we have
We're
a
doing it all
whole
over
new set of
again.
assignments
Yeah.
due next week.
Yeah.
Don't really know. Although we are like
We're being
slaying,
yeah,
can
we
I
really
say?
are. We're
On
being
one of them.
All
Yeah,
of
somewhat.
them.
well, yeah, I
Have we not done well on all of them?
Oh, the ones that we've got back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm actually keen to show you guys my my Wally that I've started. It's not great, but it's like it started. I'm also not doing it on Reaper. This is
What are you doing on?
Final Cut, because I started it in Reaper and I was like, I've been using Final Cut for like 5 years. I was like, I can do the
Fair.
same thing on here. So that's what I've been doing.
I'm gonna start mine the weekend. No, not realistically.
Because I was-
I'm
Started.
lastminute.com all
Well,
over.
For those that aren't in our course, basically the assignment is you have to recreate a piece of
film.
It's like a trailer, like kind of like trailer music.
Yeah,
sort of.
you've kind of like you have to redo all the foley and all the sounds in like just a silent
Yeah,
video.
they give you it like
And
blank.
A lot of us were doing Wally, and basically I sat in my
Two of
living
us.
room
Two.
in the course.
Half of the
Sorry,
course.
what I meant was in the course. There's a lot of people doing Wally, and I sat in my living room with just tinfoil and forks and a microphone and was just going to get him to walk or roll, whatever he does. And
Do you not have any like tools or anything?
Yeah, but it wasn't giving me.
My
wasn't
dad's
given.
garage is like a gold mine
Yeah.
of stuff. Like I have so much stuff recorded already from the last little ident thing that we did, and it's so good. Like he was all for it as well. He was like, "Ooh, what about this?" And I was like, "Yep, sounds
Okay.
good."
Get the phone out.
I actually love him. He was helping me out so much. Can't even lie. It was great. So I have like a whole bank of stuff. That's why whenever our lecturer or TA, I don't know what they're called, said to me last week, he was like, "So, what are you getting on?" I went, "I don't know. I might change what I'm doing now." He went, just don't, please, don't change it again." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Have you done anything?" He was looking at my blank Reaper, and I was like, "Yeah, like I know it looks like I haven't done anything, but I have actually recorded sounds, so don't worry about it." He went, Don't worry. I'm not gonna like bully you about it. It's fine." I was like, "Okay."
No, because he looked at me and I was still writing out what sounds I needed. And he just walked away.
Yeah.
That's enough for today.
Yeah.
It was
But
my
it's
point.
fine.
I was literally like at a moment of realization. I was standing in the shower with my jeans rolled up like halfway up my legs.
What?
I had two sponges sitting, and I was with the shower. I had the shower head. It was going over and I was like standing on the sponges, and I was just stood there, and I was thinking, what is this degree? Like, actually, what is this degree? I am making footsteps by standing on sponges in my shower.
That's actually really creative.
Like,
Props to you.
It's creative, but like I would never.
You couldn't pay me to do that.
I know. I just
I'd rather
admitted
feel
it.
the class. I'd just be like,
I'd wait for a big downpour. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
just do you know
walk in
what?
the
I probably
rain.
should have. I probably should have.
I think about other stuff. Oh, I opened the oven door and closed it again, but that just sounded like nothing.
Wow.
Like I was like, ugh.
inspirational.
And then Lego I'd ordered from eBay arrived, so there's a bit where in the
What's
wallet-
new?
Flip's sake.
More Lego, any excuse.
I've actually asked for a load of fake Lego for Christmas, just figures.
Fake Lego.
Yeah, like fake figures.
So you can
Oh,
play
okay.
with them.
Just right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I am 20 years old.
Yeah.
We're all 80 combined, and there's a bit in the Wally.
Are you like 10 of those 80 or?
Well, no, there's a bit in Wally where he like puts his wee metal fingers down and like grabs all this stuff, and I was like, that could be Lego. So that's why I'm still buying Lego at the age of 20.
That's not why you're still better.
No.
You bought Lego before this assignment was
Yeah.
even
Oh,
released.
I've told you what I want. I've asked for Christmas, haven't I?
No.
The Lego X Mansion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
it
I
is
think me and you had
cool.
zoned out
but
at this point.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh,
you,
yeah, I
it
don't
was
even
you,
remember
you and
this.
producer Rafe going.
I can't wait. Oh,
no, I remember
oh,
because
yeah.
he told me 4 times.
Yeah.
Do you want mass for Christmas? Let me guess.
Lego.
No way.
More
Do you know what one
Lego.
it is? No, you
There's a
haven't told me
Lego-
3 times.
There's a Lego Mona Lisa that's really cool. That
What?
there is.
What are
There
you,
is.
Da Vinci?
Yeah, like literally
Up
the
on his
Mona
wall?
Lisa. Yeah. And and there's a Polaroid and stuff. I've given Connie a big list and just said, listen,
All of these.
all of these,
All of these,
All of
yeah.
this
at some
Lego.
stage
To
in
see
your
all
life.
the money you've ever earned, just spend it on me for Lego,
Pretty
please.
much.
Yeah, it's fair. Shall we jump into some of these responses?
Yeah, we'll go into our first one. Thanks for the sound effect there,
You're
Daniel.
very welcome.
Went on a school ski trip to Austria and it was really good. Glad to hear that. Teachers and students all getting on suspiciously well. Teachers having the kind of crack they'd have with their friends kind of vibe. We plan a small gathering in one of the boys' rooms for a few lemonades, etc. Nothing crazy. Room ends up packed so bad that you can't move, and there's been one too many lemonades drank for a few. Obviously, we found out due to noise and that there was a great photo of all the confiscated lemonade in the bathtub in the room of the gathering. Principal was on the trip and gathered everyone involved in the gathering downstairs and ripped into us. Good time, even better lemonade.
Talk about alcohol.
I don't think this is lemonade.
But good story.
I'm confused.
Good
I'm
story, but why did you not
confused.
just say alcohol when you're writing that?
We're not in school
I
anymore.
know.
Unless they are still in school. Maybe they are.
Underage.
But then the principal knows anyway.
Yeah, facts.
They're like,
Wait,
Yeah.
so they
So they
drank all the competition.
Unless
And
it
put
was
it in
them
the
and the
bath.
principal's
teachers.
raging.
Did they drink with the teachers?
I don't think so.
Small gathering.
It sounded like that at the start because he was like, the teachers are getting on really well as well.
Suspiciously well.
Well, that we went to Austria on a ski trip, and when you started reading that out, I thought that was going to be one of the stories from mine, and it might still be in here, so I'll wait. But like, there was a lot of like certain, and then there was a ski trip a couple of years later. They didn't go on. There seemed to be a lot of like, let's just go to a bar and drink, and teachers were there, and like students were told don't be drinking, but like teachers weren't necessarily stopping them either. So it was just like, I don't know, it's a recipe for disaster. Like.
Well, I heard a rumour from a school in East Belfast that there was a hockey and rugby trip to Valencia, and all the like upper sixth who were 18 had to sign saying they'll not drink.
Yeah, you
And
have to
they'll
do
not
that.
go to a bar.
Yeah.
On like the last night of the night before, quite a few of them ended up in a bar,
Oh no.
and then I'm pretty sure like one of them was a deputy head boy.
Oh,
That's rough.
that's not good. That's not good.
So I don't know if they got suspended or not, but yeah, it was.
No, you do have to. We went to. Where did we went to?
Canada?
I went on two of the school ski trips, and then Manchester with like a netball one. But it was pretty chill. Like it was actually like really good vibes. But we were told like, you know, no drinking. We really liked our teacher as well. So we're like, oh, she'll be so chill, it'll be fine. But she's also like our teacher, so it's just never gonna happen. So we had to like sign our lives away. Like don't drink, don't like
You
do
melted into a
drugs.
ball whenever you had to sign that.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do
How am I going to
this?
survive?
No, but it was actually really good crack. The only thing was that there was like one night, it wasn't even bad, like it's not even bad, but like we always laugh about it, is that like we were so like well behaved or whatever, and I was in a room with another girl in my year and then a girl in the year below, and we went over to the room across with like, it was just like girls in our year, and we were just playing like Cards Against Humanity, and it was like 11 o'clock or something. We were supposed to be in our rooms, and next minute we hear a big bang in the door, and like apparently she was like over at our room like making sure we were in, but the girl in the year below got over, she like wouldn't answer the door. She was like trying to cover for us because she was like scared we were gonna get in trouble. And she was like, turned the shower on and acted like no one could hear the door. And then the next thing, she was over to our room, and we were like, and then she came in and she was like, guys, what is going on? Like, you were supposed to be in your rooms like an hour ago. Like, what's the crack? And I was like, we're literally like, we could be doing a lot worse. Like, we could be. Like, we're playing cards. Like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay. Go back. I was like, love you. She was like, go to your room. I was
Is
like,
there
okay.
is there any other Austria themed ones you can see there before I tell this story?
No.
So,
No.
and I hope he's okay with this. So there was a guy when we were in Austria, very good friend of mine, who basically he was a larger gentleman at the time, and he basically decided one night, he was like, right, that's me. He basically asked the girl to formal, I think, or something like that, and she said no, and he was like, this is
Aw.
because of my weight. And he was like, right, that's it, I'm not eating, like I'm just gonna full diet, like really, really harsh diet. But when you're like on a skiing holiday, like and it's so cold and you're burning that money, you need to eat, obviously. And the next day he fainted on top of a mountain. They went to like, he was a higher level skier, like he's really good at skiing. So they went further. It was like something like World War II, and then we were still back at like the smaller like beginners.
Yeah.
And just reports came back from the mountain that like he's collapsed at the top, and then we didn't know, but he literally.
Did they just send them down?
Well, they just
Unconscious.
literally rolled him up and pushed him down. But that was.
That's so
And me
sad.
and my mate
So
got
brutal.
me and my mate got into it, like had a proper fight. I can't remember what over what. I think he was like he was flirting with a couple of girls, and I was keeping him going. And then like one night he was like, let's just have a fight, and we had a full fight in the room. Like I think he bit me at one stage.
Bit or
Yeah.
bait?
Bit. We were like, well, okay, time for bed.
That's a new tactic.
But then there was another guy above him in the bunk above him that was reading The Hobbit, or I think The Hobbit. But he brought a nightlight with him that he like attached to his bed, and like we'd be sitting trying to go to sleep, and he would be like, you just hear like the turn of a page, like as he's reading these books at night. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was the same guy that fainted at the top of the mountain went and bought a 32 pack of Red Bull, and like the teachers just confiscated it instantly, and we're like, you're not drinking 32 Red Bulls. And then they're like, no, I'm gonna sell them, sir, like I am gonna sell them. I think he maybe sold 3 and then drank the rest. Did any of you guys go skiing?
Yeah.
No.
Food was stinking, I thought.
Well,
Did you go to Austria?
mm-mm.
Where'd you go?
Switzerland the first year and Canada the second. But
Oh, Canada would be good.
it was actually like really fun. We went with like our favorite teacher. No, it was. Well, you didn't go to either of the ski trips, did you?
No, I was like in junior school, sort of. I was like, no, I'll wait till I'm sort of middle school up because I was like, it'll be a better vibe. And then flipping COVID,
Yeah.
so then that kind of scuppered that. So
I
I'm
was
sort
quite
of annoyed
lucky.
at
I
that.
almost wasn't going to go to the second one, and then I don't know, like they were just like, well, what if you can't, like, what if something happens and you can't go next time? Do you know what I mean? Like,
COVID.
you may as well. And
Yeah.
then I went, and I was like, whoa, I was so lucky. But I remember, like, when we were going to, I think it was Switzerland. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest drama ever. In the airport, basically, I had all my cash in a wee bag, and I had it in my hand luggage, so I thought it'll be with me the whole time. It'll be grand. But we were like in the queue for the plane. The woman was saying, like, you know, she said to me, and there was like 10 of us, like young ones down there. And she's like, you have to put your bag in the plane. We kind of bigger hand luggage bags, and she was like, look, there's so many people. It's a full flight. You have to put your hand luggage on the plane, and like on the under thing. And then I was panicking. Like I had never been away without my parents before, and I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do I not? So we were like waiting for ages, and then I finally get up and they're like, right, okay, your hand luggage on. And then I panicked. The only thing I didn't get take out of my bag is like my phone and my wee bag, like my wee small one. And then I just sent the cash, all of it, like into the thing. I didn't lift it out. And then I phoned my mum, and I tell her, I was like, yeah, they made me put my hand luggage on. She went, why don't you lift your money out? And I was like, no, why would I do that? She went, and you don't have a lock on your hand luggage. And I was like, oh, I can see that might be an issue.
Reminds
It's
me of
where
your
you're coming
knife
from.
in the hotel story.
Yeah, we'll get into that another time. I was like panicking then. I was like, oh my god, I'm going away. There's like 500, like, whatever, euro, like, or like, I don't even know, like, in cash that I am just, it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. I'm going to have no money. So then she's like, put me on the phone to your teacher. So she's on the phone. She's like, why did you have to put her hand luggage in? And like, I'm not very good. It wasn't like, I think I was like, what, 14?
Like year 9, right?
I love
was
how I can
panicking.
just see you handling the phone, being like,
My mum wants to talk to
and then you
me.
stand
I
in the
was
corner.
literally like, I was like crying. I was so stressed, and she was like, look, we'll try it. She was like, she better like have her money. And they were like, look, if anything happens, we'll sort her out anyway. And mum's like, yeah, but like she has a lot of cash in that bag. And I was like, it was already like my own fault, to be fair. Like, well, was it really? You're telling like a year
Yeah,
now just to put her
exactly.
bag under, and then she panics and just puts it through. Like, it wasn't really, like, I didn't know what was going on. And then yeah, it was just a whole big commotion. And then the teacher was really angry at me, and she was like,
Was
telling me, yeah, she was like seriously, like, my mum's giving off to her down the phone, and like, what, like, why is this happening? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. This
You
is the
cry?
worst thing ever. Yeah, I was like crying the whole time. I was so stressed. I thought I'm gonna land and I'm gonna have nada, not a thing in that bag.
Not a penny to your name.
I thought they'll take my books and everything. I thought that was it. I was gonna have nothing left. So that was like a whole thing. But to be fair, like, the rest of the trip went quite well. Like, the skiing, sorry, was quite, it was fun. Oh, tell a lie, actually. This big scar I have on my finger was from that flipping ski.
Oh, flip. Yeah. I can
Could see my bone, like, right straight through my finger.
Not a bit.
Why? What did you do?
Was up, literally first time I ever had skis on my feet. I'd never been skiing before. Was standing there like in the circle round, and he was basically telling us, like you put in the pizza cutter, or you like lean to the side, whatever it was. So we were like doing that, and he said, right, okay, shuffle like round this way, like try and move in your skis. I was a very lanky girl, right? Still am. So my skis were absolutely massive. So me trying to balance in these things was like Bambi on ice, quite literally. I tried to move my skis, tripped one over the other, like fully fell. But I had been trying to, I can't remember what I was doing before. I think I was trying to pick up my ski poles or something, but I couldn't do it because my gloves were too thick. So I took them off to pick them up, or like grab them. I don't know. I actually don't know. I was just being stupid. And then I fell over onto like a big chunk of ice, but I didn't have my glove on. And then I was like, oh, like, just embarrassed at the fact I'd fallen in front of these girls who I was like friendly with, but like we weren't that close. So I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I have scundered myself in front of my whole year. And then I was like trying to get up and lift my poles up, and then everyone was just looking at me like jaw open, and I was like, guys, it's not that deep, like, can we just please
Haircuts
move
on the other
on?
hand.
Like,
Very much so.
yeah, and they were like, no, Chloe, like, what? Look down, puddle of blood, like, beside me, on, like, stained in the snow, and I went, oh, where's that coming from? I was like, what's going on? Looked, my hands were so cold that, like, I didn't notice there was a literal gash. Like, it wasn't just there, though, it was, like, here, and then up the side, and then here was just, like, cut the whole way down, but this was, like, the worst one, and I was like, that's disgusting. I went, look, I was it's fine, guys, don't worry about it, trying to play it cool. Then the ski instructor was like, that's not okay. He was trying to tell me I was going to have to get a flipping helicopter off the mountain down to the farm, down to the hospital, and I was like, this is too much. I really have caused too much of a panic in this whole trip. I'm putting a plaster on it, and that's that. He's like, right, come over to the cafe, we'll see if they have anything. So here's me, and then do when you realise, like, the blood, and I was actually losing a fair bit of blood. I was like, nearly really sick, and then I nearly fainted, and I literally just stood myself, and I was like, wise up, this is so embarrassing, wise up. So I, like, shuffled over to the wee thing. The woman gave me a plaster. I went, look, just give me it, slapped it on, put the glove on. I thought, that's a problem for later, not dealing with it. The whole day felt ill. I was like, ugh, I can literally feel like a puddle in my glove of just blood. Like, this is so unhealthy.
Did you put your glove on over it?
Yeah, I put a plaster on, and I just thought I just have to deal. No, I had caused such a commotion in the airport prior. I was like, everyone already hates me. I can't do this. I'm not being that person. I just want to have fun. Like, I can't. And then got back down the mountain, eventually worked up the courage to tell a teacher, had to go into, like, one of the rooms, and there was, like, 4 of them sitting there, and he was sitting there, and he was like, right, okay. He's like, I got you some paper stitches. So he's putting paper stitches on it, and I'm like, look, guy, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just so sorry. I'm so embarrassed of myself right now that I just wanted to go home. I was like, I can't believe I've done this. But it, like, healed up nicely. It just looked a bit, like, gross for a couple of days, but, like, they were trying to say, like, we'll get you food. I was like, I'm not even getting stitches. Like, that's disgusting. That is literally disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting, but the blood pouring out of you.
I know, but it was just one of those things. I was like, look, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, because
I think you should have got a helicopter just to
Yeah,
save
just for
Ben.
the to
Mountain
add to the
rescue.
commotion.
Yeah.
no, because I literally would have been kicked out of school. They would have hated me that much. I had, like, see, when I said the airport thing was too much, and I apologise profusely to that teacher to this day, because, like, God, I ever shot my mum down the phone barking at her, and then, like, I was, like, stressing out, and I was like, oh no, like, what's gonna happen? And, like, she was just trying to enjoy her time. She was just trying, and then we got over it, though.
Yeah, we're now besties. So
Yeah,
it's
we
fine.
got over it, so it's fine. Although Canada was a better experience. I was a bit older. Learnt my lesson.
No.
Didn't let my
air
hand luggage
ambulance
go
needed.
anywhere. No, I don't think I hurt myself. I don't think I really fell. To be fair, it was the only time I fell the whole time I was skiing.
Oh, I had dirt going skiing, like,
Really?
and it was right when I was like, I'm getting pretty good at this, and I must have hit something with one ski, and, like, literally I thought I broke my face. And a teacher's wife who was on the trip, who I knew, just skied past and was like, helped me up, and was like, you literally at the flipping dirt there. Like, it was brutal. I was really sore.
Skiing is good though. Like, it's a good crack.
I started crying on the first day.
Really?
I
Crying?
was too old, not to anybody, but, like, to myself.
Why? Just like
Um,
overwhelmed?
I was
Halfway down the mountain.
hadn't even gotten the bus to the ski slopes. I literally were putting, they fit you for your boots and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So and like, I don't know whether I got the wrong boots or whatever it was, but I put the boots on. I set my, so I put the boots on. The boots were really sore, like really, really, really sore, my shins, and I was like, I can't wear these for a week. Like, I'll be miserable. I put my goggles up on the shelf, took them back down to put them on, and literally as I just put my fingers very gently on the lens, and then just popped out, like the lens just popped out of the goggles. No teacher could get the goggles back in. We're like, you'll just have to ski with, like, glasses on. So I
Just
looked
the
like
snowflakes, like, going into
Stevie
your
Wonder
eye.
going down the slopes with, like, dark glasses on. But he was like, just leave them there. So I left the goggles on the shelves where the boots went until I got back. Then I forgot about them, and then I got home, and Dad was like, where's your goggles? And I was like,
On a bus.
it's some hotel in Austria somewhere, like. But we were walking out. I had to go and get my boots changed and everything because they were so sore. And by the time I was cautious that my mates were gonna, like, just get on the bus and leave me, and, like, I have to get the next bus by myself, no mates. And literally got out to my mates with, like, tears in my eyes and was like, I don't even want to go skiing. I'd rather just sit. I'd rather just sit in the hotel.
There is a lot of faff though with skiing,
it's-
like
Mm.
especially with a
It's
big
so
group.
complicated.
You
Like,
have to
I don't-
go and get stuff in, and you have to every single day. Like
It's great. I just don't. I can't like.
when
I
you're out
wouldn't
there,
wanna
it's
organise it,
fun.
like-
It's just
Yeah.
like it's
It's
also
tiring as well.
yeah, like it's a lot. Like, cause you're cautious that you're there with like people that are like school friends and like teachers and stuff, but like you're having to do things in the evenings as well, so you can't even just sit and relax. It's like there's constantly stuff being planned that you have to do, and then you have to wake up early. You can't have a lie-in. You have to be there for the same time as everyone else. I don't know how I did it. Me now, I would actually probably have a panic attack or something with all the stuff going on. And like, to be fair, Switzerland was nice because it was so sunny. Like you were literally out in like your trousers and like your skins, like it was that warm, and we were like
good.
skiing,
That
and
is
it was class. But
What time of year
Canada,
did you go?
probably like February time, I think March. I think
Half
usually
term,
skiing.
February.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair.
But Canada was the opposite. It was
freezing.
freezing, like so cold. Like I think there was tears. Like my eyes were watering, and I think it was like freezing on my skin. It was that cold. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Not
I'll
that
never.
it's the same, but like I was walking from City Hall to here today. Baltic.
It is icy
Like,
today.
it's
It
Baltic.
is actually
It's-
really
it's
icy
actually
today. I agree
Baltic.
with
Like
you.
it's so cold. Like
It's
to
the
the-
wind.
to the point I
as
walked out of
well.
my house this morning, I was like, this is grim. Like it's not even enjoyable to walk.
Yeah,
I had the
It's
heaters
just-
on in the car. So
Mm.
it's
Yeah, full blast.
takes my car forever to heat up. No, I don't know. You didn't go on any school trips, did you?
Not in yet again. I was meant to go on the French trip. And
Me
we,
too.
And we literally the
Cancelled for terrorist
The
attacks?
only
no
reason.
Oh,
no
ours was-
COVID.
ours was.
We were
No,
meant
ours
to go
was,
the
ours
day
was.
before lockdown,
Ours was cancelled for terrorist
weren't
attacks.
we?
We like this was,
I was like so buzzed for that.
I
like,
was
"Oh,
supposed
we're
to
gonna go
do-
to Disneyland and
Yeah.
everything and flip.
but do you not remember? So like, well, the only reason I ever picked French was to go on this France trip. Like I was doing Spanish, and I had to go to the lady and say I'm changing the French because my French teacher was like, Chloe, you know,
Do
you would really succeed in French, and like Spanish is really easy to learn. Like gaslit me into picking French.
Was she guffing out Spanish?
Yeah, so I went and did flipping French.
Regret it every day.
Regretted that choice
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Was this
Never
GCSE?
used French ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a fair bit of French. When have I ever used it? When have you ever heard me speaking French? Never.
Sacre bleu.
Me in Spanish. You should do in Spanish.
I actually I've been teaching myself Spanish. for the last-
Duolingo
yeah.
has been
I'm
popping.
actually
Oh.
kind of popping off.
I tried to learn Japanese on Duolingo.
Why even bother?
I didn't. After a week, I stopped.
Okay.
But like it was such a big faff, and then the COVID thing. It was like we were sitting in like the meetings about it, and then oh, this is where COVID is right now, and they were showing
Yeah.
us a map, and they're like, look, we might be okay, like it might be fine, and then literally had like the big parent meeting, and we were like, look, it's going ahead,
Very
we're
night.
grand.
We were about the bus was at 5 a.m. the next morning, and then we got a text that
Yeah.
like the
Really?
night
That night,
before.
saying,
people-
had all our stuff packed.
Oh, people had packed
Mhm.
and everything.
We're all ready to go.
Heartbreak.
But
and
you would have
sent
rather
a
that than
message.
get stuck, probably.
Yeah, well, it
Stuck
was
in France.
Mm.
though.
Stuck
also
in
it was
Disneyland?
Normandy,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a hole where we were staying. Did you
Yeah.
not? Were you a part of this like investigative team about where we were staying? We like.
Well, yeah, I did see that it did like.
So I was going.
Burpee.
yeah.
I actually
the
don't remember
food
who I
as
was
well.
going with, but we had like a little bit of a look into where we were staying because one person had mentioned like, oh, I wonder like, Mum said it doesn't sound very nice, and I went, well, you know, we're kind of paying a fair bit of money to be going on this trip. I don't want to be staying somewhere dodgy. Went on TripAdvisor, the website, everything. Not a single good review. There was. It was open 24 hours, right? There was no one at reception, and the door was just open to the public. Anyone could come in. None of the bedrooms had locks. The reviews were saying the bedrooms
Or door was it doors?
didn't
They
either have
They
doors
didn't
or
have
they
doors.
didn't have
There's a
locks.
big jump there from locks to doors. Like,
Well, it doesn't really matter because my dad was sending me away with the door stop alarm thing in case someone opened the door and then it would wake me up because I was
Mhm.
actually terrified.
yeah.
Like apparently the sheets were there was bed bugs. Apparently
What's
the
with fancy
food
bedbugs?
was
They had
apparently
those
the
stuff,
didn't
food was actually rank. People like the reviews were all like the food is
Mhm.
awful. Like you can't eat here. But like we were told that we wouldn't
Yeah.
have time to eat
Yeah.
anywhere else. So I had
Yeah.
like pot noodles for like light or like super noodles and all just stacked in my bag. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to eat.
Load
Like
of cash and super noodles.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, me and my friend Eva, we were like, it's France. Like, if all else fails, we can just go and get baguettes and just live off
Yeah.
baguettes for like a week.
But did you not say, like, we then brought up and they're like, no, it should be fine, it should be fine. Then she looked and then her face, she
like-
realised that it was actually a hole where it wouldn't have been safe. So I was so glad that it got called off, to be
Yeah.
I
honest.
suppose
I
it
was
was like the schools just look for the cheapest possible place to take kids.
Yeah.
yeah, it was also like, we were excited as well, because obviously we were going to, like, Disneyland and stuff, but
That's class.
it was only one day.
Mm.
And then...
And you had to wake up. Do you know, you had to wake up like 5 a.m.
No, so the day
Go
that we were
Disney.
going, see the
We were getting
it was
no
a
sleep.
cursed trip. It was
Yeah,
actually a
it
cursed
was.
trip. If you looked at the schedule and the itinerary, it was like that day that we were in the bus to the plane.
Not even the SAS.
There
would
was
do something
not-
like that.
Yeah, like it was wild. We were
Bars.
up for like, say someone's have to wake up for 4 to be at the bus for 5. Then we would have to be on the bus to the airport, the flight, whatever. From there, we were going to like the Eiffel Tower. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was like from there to like then like a museum, and then to somewhere else, then to the hotel to eat dinner. Then we were back out. Then the next day we were waking up first thing in the morning. We had to go to this thing, had to go to this thing, had to go to this thing. Weren't home till the evening. We weren't home till late. Then we were waking up the last day, I think, for Disneyland.
Like 6 o'clock in the morning.
We
or
wouldn't
something.
even have enjoyed it. I would have been sleeping, going down the flipping roller coasters, because like, what even is that? What kids are waking up?
I know.
Who
Best.
came up with the idea that like a bunch of girls, first of all, are gonna be in the best
Chipper.
of moods and chipper from 4?
Chipper.
They're out from 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and they're not home until nearly midnight. It's just, it was so cursed. I'm actually so glad we didn't
Have
go.
you been to Disneyland?
Been to Disney
Yeah.
World
Best
Been
ride.
twice.
in Florida.
Oh, Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I
Splash.
love me a Splash Mountain. I'm a Splash Mountain girl.
Yeah. The new one, the new Star Wars one is like unbelievable.
Really
Is
cool.
that Hollywood Studios?
Hollywood Studios, and like the ride starts when you're in the queue. Like it doesn't like you don't even start when you get in the thing. Like it's unbelievable.
I love that though. Like all the.
It's like a whole experience and stuff.
Yeah. I remember when the Harry Potter one opened, I
Oh,
went to it, but I like blacked out.
I told you. But what?
Yeah, like it was like, no,
Too
the one
much
with all the
butterbeer?
screens.
Oh, it's stinking. Oh, it's
I didn't
stinking.
even
No, it
try
was
oh,
nice.
It's stinking.
I thought it was alright.
I got it this year again. It's just like it's just rank.
I don't even remember. Oh, do you know what's so good? And this, I don't even know if he's like, this is weird. You know, like the turkey legs?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Like they are so good. It's like my favorite memory of childhood. It was like me and like every time we were there with my granddad, he would get one. I'd be like, yeah, that means I'm getting share. That means I'm getting some. And the popcorn.
I haven't had the popcorn.
The popcorn is like new level. Like it is like there's popcorn and then there's like Disney World popcorn. It's like different.
So much better.
Did I tell you how my mum said I ruined the family holiday?
Yeah,
I was out with it.
we talked about it in the
Harry
podcast
Potter?
last year. Yeah.
Sad, like.
I always remember, you know, the Mickey Mouse ears, but like
Mm.
an ice cream with the chocolate around
Yeah.
So
Like the wee chalk ices, but in Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I might be going next year.
What's Yappein Disneyland trip?
Oh my word.
it. I think we should.
Disneyland.
I'd sign up to
But
that
it
one
might
or
have to be
whatever. Some
Paris.
sort of it might have to be Paris.
I don't think we could afford.
Sacre
Probably
bleu.
not.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like a Paris Disneyland trip.
We
would be
should. We could do
sick.
like a little watch up and take this.
So I think me and Aaron are
Mhm.
going because Ben's living over there at the minute, so we're planning on visiting him next year and maybe heading over to Disneyland.
Mm.
I'll report back. I'll do a recce.
I actually in my like in like upper sixth when I was having a freak out about like what do I do with my life, I literally applied to be a Disney princess.
Shut
Like
up, are you serious? Serious?
I sent them
That's
like
such a
tapes.
character.
and
What one would you
everything.
be? Belle?
What? Well, you didn't get to choose. You just had to send them in.
What
Like,
one would you be?
Belle.
do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent
100%.
them-
Yeah.
I sent them that in, and then I revoked the.
You revoked the
Yeah,
application?
because then I got accepted here, and I was like, oh, flip's sake, like.
You said that application. That's mad.
but you
said that
should've, like-
application.
Actually, yeah, I actually sent it. And I
That's
had like
fun,
the
though.
videos of me like in the school playing all, and like you had to do like singing videos. and
Seriously?
everything. Yeah.
That is so funny.
You should have kept that.
I
just to
so
if you
could
would end
see
up
you
getting
doing
it.
that as well. Only you would you would
That's
have
crazy.
4 mental breakdowns a day.
Yeah, no. And
Just
imagine
being
being
like
that
a
happy
kid.
all the
Oh, God.
time
I know.
and being that in character. Like they don't
Like a kid like
ever
pulls your
clock out of
ear,
it,
like
and
your
you're
earring or
yeah.
something,
Can you
and you're
not?
like, oh,
Huh?
don't do that.
Oh
Shut up.
no. What's our next one? Because that
Next
one took
one.
us 35
I know
minutes.
it took a while. Anyway, okay, so this person says, when I was in second year, age 14, my home economics class went on a school trip to Rome. It was smooth sailing for most of the trip, but on the second last day, we were supposed to get a bus to visit a lemon tree farm or something, and this got
Oh, yes.
cancelled. We had been all set to get the bus when the teachers told us that we wouldn't be going, as they were going to have a serious investigation on something that happened the previous night. Like most school trips abroad, we were all in hotel rooms together in the same hallways, so there was a lot of running around between rooms and messing. So naturally, we were all curious to know what could have happened to cancel the day's plans. We later found out that one of the boys had peed in another boy's suitcase and stolen his shoes while he was sleeping in the same room. That is horrendous.
What?
That's, do you know?
Oh,
I
imagine being
couldn't
that
have
guy.
predicted that.
No, neither.
Peed
That's
in
not where I
another
thought that was
one's
going.
suitcase.
That is low.
Like when's when the fun stops? Like
Yeah.
that's not fun.
But like,
That's not
imagine being
fine.
that guy because you've ruined
A suitcase.
It for
the
everyone.
whole day for everyone,
Mhm.
and then you're
Name
also
and
getting in
shame,
trouble
like,
because
name and shame. Yeah.
you've peed in some guy's suitcase and then stole his shoes. God love him. That's a long day. See if someone
That's-
peed in my
No.
suitcase and stole my shoes, I wouldn't be standing here today. I would genuinely push me over the edge, I
Imagine
think.
they
See, just the suitcase or the shoes as well? The shoes?
just they stole the shoes and
Ugh.
peed in the
At
suitcase.
least they didn't pee in the shoes.
That would have been
I
so
would've-
Why would you
sad.
do that?
Why would you do that?
That's
What
so
possesses
weird.
some
Like, it's not
people?
even funny.
I'm gonna be real. It strikes me as something Daniel might do.
Yeah.
Pee in
Actually,
someone's suitcase.
You might be victim to.
Or victim to
I
it. You would so
victim.
be victim
Yeah.
to
I'd be
it.
so victim to it. When I went on the CU pre-term last year, we all had to have a meeting because of something that happened the previous night. We basically there was a fire extinguisher in Castlewell Castle, and some lads just thought it'd be good crack to like just take it off the wall and start like using the fire extinguisher. So like they were like kicking the doors open the rooms and just going.
Oh
and
my
then running
word.
off. But like they were doing it, and I was thinking like, do you not think anyone's like, are you? What's your plan here? Like, do you think no one's gonna notice like that? A, everybody's covered in foam, and B, like a fire extinguisher taken off the wall. And then they went into another guy who I think he was driving from Tyrone or something. Whatever happened, he was driving. He had a long drive home, and they went and like lifted his mattress like one on each corner, and just like lifted his mattress up and carried him out of his room and just dropped him in the hallway and sprayed him a fire extinguisher. And then he couldn't drive. So that guy then didn't think he could then drive because he got no sleep then, so he didn't think he could drive home then the next morning. So he had to get his grandparents to come and get him 2-hour drive for his grandparents, and one of them had to drive his car back. Then the next morning, we were all called in, and they were basically like, someone knows who was doing it, so that someone better own up. Now I knew who did it. I wasn't gonna own up, but they were like, whoever it is, stay behind. It was literally like school. It was awful because they were just like fire extinguishers are so expensive to like replace and like
Yeah.
get checked and everything.
Also then like
The wee melt that was, he didn't really do it all, but he was part of it, and I was like, yeah, you are melt though, so you can take the hit for that, and he did. Yeah.
that's wild to be fair. Imagine there was like a fire or something that night and then it's
Yeah.
just like, ooh,
And you're like, oh, where's the phone? Over everybody already.
literally on his face.
Peeing in a suitcase is disgusting.
That is right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
Bit far.
When we were in skiing, actually, there was the guy in the bunk above me. Someone had like chocolate protein balls, but they were covered like a wee like brown dust. So they went into his room and just like wiped them on his bed sheet as if someone had got up on his bed with like their bare bum and just like moved about. So then, like, he got in. I'll have to cut this out. But he got in and he was just like, he started going nuts. But like, you ever get when like you're saying like an insult, but like you don't want to commit to like a proper like nasty
Mhm.
one, so you go for something like in the middle. And he was, what do you have? Syndrome. And I also started laughing at him. And he like, but like no one ever told him it wasn't poo, so he just flipped his mattress over and slept on the other side of his mattress for the rest of the trip. Oh, very good. Like, very
Oh.
good. So I know. Where I said that.
We go
Oh
on
my
to the
gosh.
next one.
Yeah, go for
Sorry,
it.
there's
Okay.
like fluff off this scarf and I can feel it all over my face. I'm like the
Up
whole
to your
episode. I'm
nose
like,
and everything.
I can't do this anymore. It's giving me a rash.
So this person has said, when I was in P1, we had a trip to the zoo, the whole of P1.
How do
Very
you remember?
exciting trip. I know.
I imagine their
Why
mother
would
or
you?
father has told them about it.
Yeah. Whole of P1, very exciting trip to the metropolis of Belfast Zoo. However, on that morning, I excitedly come down the stairs, ready for my big trip to find out my favourite fish has died. Dimpna, named from Give My Head Peace.
Oh.
Odds.
Mad. Yeah.
So the whole drive to the zoo, I cried. Then we arrived into what was a massive fish pond. Set me off again. All in all, a traumatic day.
Oh no.
Oh bless. P1 as well. Like,
P1. Oh.
you're only about what 4 or 5.
Dimpna's
that's
a
fair
weird name
enough.
for a fish. Like, I know it's Give My
Dimpna,
Head
yeah.
Peace, but like that's not every P1.
On your
Never heard of
P1,
that
the
name.
parents definitely named that. That wasn't
Yeah,
a child.
yeah, yeah.
Not a mission.
I left for a holiday to Spain. I came back and my fish had died of a tumour. Just had a huge, big like thing.
I had a
inside
big
it.
fat fish when I was younger, and he ate all my other fish.
That's psychotic.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
There was,
Mm.
and like one of my, although I think he left the blind one alone. I
How
did.
do you
I had
know
loads
did
of
he just
fish.
keep running in the tank? Or how do you know
What?
he's blind?
He didn't. He was like,
No eyes.
he didn't have. No, he had eyes, but like they weren't like working.
So he
do
was
you know
blind.
that?
But was he just like
Yeah.
running into the side of the tank every
How do you
day?
know that he was blind?
Because they were like white. I know. Whenever you like search up why like your fish look like that, and then
Oh
it
my
says
God.
it's blind. I
Fair
don't
enough,
know. My
yeah.
mum and dad told me it was
Yeah,
blind. Like I don't really
Yeah,
remember.
fair enough then, yeah.
We had loads of fish.
I had a couple of fish and like they all.
All
First it
died.
stank like the
Yeah,
tank
and
stank.
cleaning it out and
But
all.
I would. It's the sort of thing I consider getting like when I'm older in my house, like in like a
A wee.
Yeah.
in a
Cutesy.
hallway, like a
We
wee,
had a
like,
massive fish
wee
tank.
fish
It
tank.
was like literally like this size. It was so big,
Tropical, like tropical
That was
fish.
huge.
and it like loads of different fish in it.
I would need like 100 fish in it as opposed to
Yeah,
like
to make it
3.
look.
yeah,
They're
no,
not
there was
cheap.
like
They're like
loads.
6
Yeah.
quid for a fish.
Yeah.
So I got one for my birthday one year, and I'm thinking, wow. Mum and dad got me like 3 fish, and I was like,
Loaded.
"Flip, this is crazy."
Sell them on the black
Ball.
market.
18 quid on fish, like not even 20 quid. But yeah, they all died.
Oh. The
one by
day I was born, my dad came home. My mum had left like the bowl, like the fish bowl, but she left bleach in it because there was like algae sort of like round the side because we like wee rocks in the bottom. So then she like left it there to like steep to get like that out. And my dad went home and put the fish, like filled it up with water and put the fish in the bleach. And then like my mum came home and obviously like tensions were high. She just had a child and like she came home and she just sobbed for days over like
A
the
dead
dead fish because he
fish.
put it in bleach.
I can't
And
say
killed
I've
it off.
ever been emotionally attached to a fish.
No.
No.
I was attached to the one that had a tumor. I forgot his name, but I was attached to it. It was just the best, and it moved the most, and I was like,
You're
cool.
cool.
But then it died. It didn't move much after that. So.
I had a pregnant fish. Like I bought a pregnant fish.
Not for the crab.
Yeah, from no, like accidentally from
Oh, a
Jolly's.
pregnant
It was like
fish.
this size, and then it just kept like it's really weird. Like its stomach just kept getting like bigger and bigger,
Did
and
it have
then suddenly,
babies?
yeah.
Oh, almost like it's pregnant or
It had-
something.
And I had these like 2 like minuscule fish. It ate one of them.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, they
They're
like
like-
eat their own.
Yeah,
They eat their young.
Yeah.
crazy. Imagine we did that as humans.
Sure-
Sorry.
I'm sure someone has.
That went morbid.
No, I'm sure someone has.
Crazy. Crabs do it.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure.
The
I just
birds
said
not-
that.
The birds not do it sometimes.
What?
No, I thought
They don't-
birds just throw them out of the nest.
Yeah.
Just
That's
let
what I'm
them
thinking
fall.
of. What's the point? Like,
That's awful.
imagine like having a baby in the mirror and just chucking out the window.
Right
Like,
there.
there's no need.
Don't like you.
Yeah.
Having twins, choosing one, the other one.
Do we have any more?
We've one more, last one. So this
Of the
person-
list that we've.
of
Yeah.
the,
Of the list that we've
giant
chosen.
list, yeah. So this person said went skiing and Germans jumped the balcony and ran around the hotel room trying to get into different rooms.
Yes, I've heard about that. Who was it told me
Ah.
this?
I feel like I've heard of this story before.
Someone definitely told me this. Yes, I've heard this. Germans like tried to get into the. Was it you?
No.
It wasn't me.
I have definitely heard.
I
this
feel
from
like I've
someone.
heard this story though. That's wild
Oh, it's
though.
Connie. I think it's Connie. I think it's
Is
Connie.
it?
I have a feeling
It might
I
have been.
know Connie went skiing. And I have a feeling these German lads.
That would
yeah,
make sense
no, it is.
though.
It is.
That would make sense
Yeah,
though
it's-
because I've heard it from someone, but it wasn't ours. It was like I didn't know if it was grammar or academy, so that's who it must have been. What trip it was?
Yeah, I have a feeling it was. I'll ask her after.
So it was
but
like
I
a
have feeling
school
it was
trip
hers.
then?
And yeah,
Oh well.
Funnily enough.
Funnily enough, that's the
Really?
theme.
Who's going
Yeah.
to tell her?
It's almost like you've given me a story about a school trip. But yeah, no, they there was these German lads I think were like, I don't know, trying to get stuck in with their group of mates, and then I have a feeling jumped the balcony, but I need to check.
Oh my word.
When we went skiing, a guy bought like a big 2 litre. Like, you ever get like the Strombo bottles?
Yeah.
Mm.
It was that type of bottle. It wasn't Strombo. it was like a ginger apple or apple cider or something and he set it outside to get it chilled overnight. Oh, that was for it was just a big block. So it was just a big, huge block of plastic, and he had to just leave them out in the cold. There was reports that the next year that people in our year went skiing that I didn't go. There was guys had drinks and stuff like that and were sick, and it was do you know the type that like have never had a drink
Yeah.
and they're away from their parents and they're away from home and they're like, well, we could do it here, and then they do it and then they have one drink and they're sick everywhere. That's pretty much what happened, and I think they got absolutely torn into. A teacher's dad died when we were away, and she had one morning we just woke up and they're like, oh, she's away back home, she's gone. We're like, oh. Right, goodbye.
Yeah, we got that was the threatening, like you get one warning and then you just go home. Like you
Yeah.
just get put in a plane by yourself and you're sent home.
But there's no way that happens.
That's what I said.
There's
I was like, right, okay.
obviously, like if in extreme circumstances, like if a parent died or a relative died, yeah, you would be put in a but like for just being bad, you wouldn't get put.
They're like, and your parents have to cover the cost of what
Like,
it
there's
is.
no way.
I was like, okay, I just won't get in the plane then.
Yeah, like they can't force you. Like they can't force you to.
Okay, make me.
Yeah, they can't force you to get on a plane, can they?
I say this, I was such a little flippin'
Teacher's
scaredy
pet.
cat.
Oh yeah,
still.
like if
Yeah.
they said to me, though,
If
you're
they said, I'd be like,
getting
yeah,
the plane,
course.
I'd be there.
I'd be
Anything.
like, yeah, sure,
Literally.
not a problem.
Oh yeah, I'd be there. Like if they were like getting the plane, I'd be like,
Yep.
100%.
Not
Yeah.
a word. I
No.
Yeah.
fine. Completely understandable. Even if it wasn't even me, I'd be like, yep, fine.
I'll take one for the team, guys.
It's
When
alright.
I went on a school trip down to Dublin just for a couple of days, and it was a rugby trip. And I think I might have told this before. I don't know. And same guy who fainted. We were fourth year at the time. It was just literally, it was a couple of weeks after the ski trip, and COVID was a thing, but like it wasn't. It was just like, oh, there's some sort of virus. It wasn't like lockdown yet. And this guy, sorry, I'm boring you, Chloe. And,
Sorry.
I'm
so
gonna be real,
sorry.
I've been yawning this
I
whole
can't,
time.
he keeps making me yawn. I'm really trying not to.
basically, we were like fourth year, and this guy started chirping to a middle sixth, like giving him a bit of stick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
Upper sixth. BRI called it middle sixth. I don't know.
What?
And
Who's an upper sixth then in BRA?
there is no upper sixth. Middle sixth is your highest year, so lower sixth, middle sixth. I don't.
That's the dumbest thing
No,
I've
it
ever
is.
heard.
It is. I'm with you. It should be upper sixth. And but basically, where we stayed, it was a place called Johnson House. So it was like you all had your own like literal house. It was like a small house,
Ooh.
like 2 floors, and each house slept 4 people. And we were walking back to our houses, and he basically, I'll bleep this. He basically shouted the guy's name and went, "Hey, Ben, you f." And then, from there, the guy then turned around and just hit the sprint after, like, they grabbed him. So, like, there's a bunch of middle sixth, like 18, grabbed this, like, 14, 15-year-old kid, dragged him into their house, threw him on the table, strapped him to the table, right?
Sorry.
Abuse?
And beat him. Like, literally, there's a video somewhere. They tied him to the table. There was duct tape over his mouth, like string all around him, and they had all the lights off and one lamp held over his head, and just all smacked him. But like they wouldn't let any of us in. Like they wouldn't let any of us into the room. So like all you could hear was we were all standing outside the house, and you could just hear like from inside the house, and then like after like 15 minutes, the door opened and he just walked out.
How old was he?
15 maybe.
That is
That is
ridiculous.
Like crazy. And then someone took a video of it and sent and like put it on their story or whatever, and they then added us all on Snapchat and like delete that video, like that video goes nowhere, like blah 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 blah. Like he's okay, like he's fine. Well, he never chirped after that. Anyway.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah, it was
Poor
cra- it was
guy.
That is
cra-
ridiculous,
It was
though.
crazy. I'll try and find the video. It was crazy.
I
actually
understand
crazy.
people like getting a bit lippy and like having a shake, but that is actually
That's taken it to the extreme.
like that is like actually like you can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
should have.
It was
Like
it was
what?
mad.
Yeah.
It was actually
Did
mad.
the school ever find out?
No, I don't think so. I think no, I actually don't think they did.
I
yeah,
wish
like,
they
I do
did.
know.
I tell you what, I was sharing the room with the guy that got like the beating.
Did he say?
Uh,
What happened?
Oh, he said what happened, but like he was fine. Like he was okay, but he was just like he just sort of sat there, like like Vietnam wise, where he's just sort of like staring in the distance. He's just kind of sitting there at the end of his bed.
Why would he not like? Well, I suppose he's like traumatized.
He was okay, but like he's the sort of guy that then, if he was Middlesex, probably would have done the same thing. Like if he, that type.
What sort of rats went to your school?
I'll try and find the video.
Every time I hear something about like BRA or is that where you
It's
went?
never anything good.
It's never literally everyone just sounds like scumbags.
Valid.
Like,
Valid.
oh my word.
Yeah, I'll try and find the video. But yeah, it was interesting.
All 6 years in our school were so nice though. Like, well, from what I've seen, so, like especially girls near below, like we are so like, it's almost like, do you know, like sisters in kind of, or is that what it's called? Like,
yeah,
it's like everyone is very like supportive of the years below. Do you know what I mean? Like we do all the like house captain stuff and the like head girls and stuff like that. But like it was all very like, you get to know when you're in upper sixth, like you get to know everyone else in the younger years quite well. But like not beating anyone to a bloody pulp. Strapped to a table with a tape over their mouth.
Yeah. But
Like
yeah.
torture method.
Yeah.
What is next? Not that we're done, but what is next week's?
Next
topic?
week's is movie week. So if
Oh,
you
that'll
have
be good, I
any
think.
favourite films, if you don't like certain films, why don't you like them? If you've watched any new ones recently, feel free to let us know.
Favorite scenes.
Favourite scenes, anything, yeah.
Actors, actresses,
Favourite actors.
music, film scores.
Glenn Powell.
Oh yeah,
Who
The
else?
Hitman. Have you seen
Paul
Uh,
Hitman?
Mescal. Paul
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal.
Have you seen Hitman on Netflix with Glenn Powell?
Nicholas
Yeah.
It's
Chavez.
really good.
Me and Chloe are like.
I'll come with the PowerPoint.
I actually started a new movie podcast. So I did.
Did you?
Called The Doomsday Clock.
Oh, another one.
And then another one. It's
Another one.
It's private. So like the only way to watch it is by clicking the link in the description of the Dualcast, and it brings you to like a private video. It's only like 20 minutes long, but we looked at Wicked and Red One.
I'm gonna watch that
And
then.
then Tech walked in. But yeah, that's what happened. But it's called The Doomsday Clock because we have 20 minutes to talk about it, and then a
That's
bomb
it.
blows up at the end.
Oh, that's fun there.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a bit of a gimmick. So that will
That
there'll
will
be
be
a few
next
episodes of that out by the time this is out. So
Ooh.
you can watch
Exciting.
that. We've probably seen. We've done Wicked and Red One, and we'll probably do
Mhm.
Gladiator next.
I haven't actually
Oh.
seen anything recently.
Gladiator
I
was
am
good.
so-
It was so good.
See, when you get that good of grades, you don't have time for
real?
time for movies.
She's been cooking
I
too
think the
hard
last
in
time I
those
was at the
assignments.
cinema, it was to see Despicable Me 4.
Oh my word, when
same.
was that? That
It was
was
what?
like
I was like,
No, it was lovely.
whoa, it was
Actually.
Lovely.
great.
It was lovely.
It was
Don't you
just
slander.
lovely.
Don't you slander.
Compared to their other three, I
Don't
thought
care.
it was wick.
No, but it was
I
a good
never
film
saw
this
it
year.
actually.
No, the ending was, I was like, oh.
Oh,
What was the ending?
don't want to spoil it.
Oh, sorry.
You can tell after.
No, I don't know. I haven't had the time for anything. I have been out like once properly this whole semester. Like I've actually gotten like drunk, like quite drunk once this whole semester. I've been out with you a couple of times,
I'm
but I've
worse
only
than
had a
you.
few drinks. You have actually been worse than me. Like I genuinely haven't properly went out since summer apart from once, and that's it. I realise like I don't know what's going on. It's like
The frontal
Shame
lobe.
you're working tonight.
I know I can't go to Jack's birthday party because work put me on rota like 3 days ago and I didn't know about it.
Rats of Sparta.
I know.
How dare
Nah.
Doxed.
Yeah, maybe believe that. No, we have a big visit next or Tuesday or something. So. Oh.
Literally
Ooh.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know. It's
And
usually
then
something fun. We also
yes, go ahead.
we're supposed to be uploading YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and we haven't done that yet. But
Oh,
we did
Fight Night
take,
vlog.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you send him the videos?
I still need to send you some.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't have any videos.
that's
from it.
okay. I took loads in Jack's phone, and then I think I might have one, but I had
There's a
no
few on my
storage.
phone as
So
well.
I'll tell you that's right.
okay.
I just need to plug something there because I need to do it. Dualcast Live is happening on the 25th of April. Everybody in this room has been on the Dualcast before. So that's how you know it's a good podcast. John Devlin and Sean McLeavy will be doing stand-up comedy in the first half. I'll be doing a bit as well, and then in the second half there'll be a live podcast with guests Kieran Franco and Jasmine Sierra, and potentially a special guest as well, but who knows. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, please buy tickets for that.
It's gonna be really good, guys. It'll be a really fun
really cheap
night.
tickets.
We'll all be
Higher
there.
plus booking fee, so just buy
Yeah, really cheap, and it's gonna be really fun, and everyone will be there. It'll be lots of fun, and it'll be a great night out.
Everyone will, yes,
Exactly.
everybody.
I
will be
actually
there.
think it will be really, really fun. And
it will
like,
be fun.
it'll give everyone something to look forward to. So
Um,
honestly, like
Yeah.
after hearing like Dan's been talking about it, like it actually sounds really exciting and really fun. So you guys should all go
There'll be a raffle
buy
as well.
tickets.
There'll be a raffle with good prize. There'll be multiple prizes. So if you buy
Ooh.
tickets, just because you don't win the first one, you might win the next one. You know, do you
Ooh.
get me?
Mhm.
You
I
get
shouldn't gamble.
me? Maybe I do every ticket purchase for the show comes with a free raffle ticket.
That's quite good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're automatically in there.
incentive.
You're automatically in that draw.
Mhm.
Good. I like the sound of that actually.
You're automatically in that draw. I'll do
Yeah.
that. I'll do that because I'm sound.
It's so
But, yeah.
No, very fun. Very exciting time.
Last week's
Yes.
episode was great. I really enjoyed last week's episode. Not
The one that
Not-
just came
yeah, the one that's just come out on
2 weeks
Friday.
ago.
I,
2 weeks ago.
I think the one that just came out on Friday, 2 weeks ago. That's weird to say. Was I think the best episode we've done.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
good.
it was a lot
It
of
was
fun to
funny.
be fair.
Just like the
We all
vibes-
had a good
the
time.
vibes were high.
Vibes were high. We were running on adrenaline that week coming in. But yeah, I also love the title of it. Like I think it's so funny. Like everyone like was asking me like, what does that mean?
I
And
think
it's
it
like,
really
watch it and find out.
helped. Viewership. So I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
this-
like it'll
We need
be
to think of one for Biggest Lies.
Biggest Lies. Yeah, we'll need to talk about that after. I just find it really hard to keep up because I can't differentiate what's an assignment, what's podcast, what podcast for what week. If we're just talking in class or like what is going like my head is not like it's not there. Head's gone.
That's cool. Heads in the
Alright,
shed.
heads
in the
Heads
shed.
Real ones know.
Yeah, like it's
Real
all
ones,
too
though.
much. And like I would really love to. I'm actually so annoyed. I would really love to go out tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Same.
today I woke up and I was like really in the mood for it and like go for dinner and like have a drink and I just can't. It's just depressing.
Oh, one more thing. There's tickets out for the 31st of January. I'm doing the Beehive Comedy Club with Mickey Bartlett. So buy tickets for that as well.
Oh my
Please.
god. Here guys, is this a Dolecast?
No, just like
Guys,
you
everyone get tickets for Jack Panto as well.
absolutely. If there's any left, is there any left? Sold out. Wow.
Kira, what can we do?
You just could do like a
In the
2-man
pantry.
show.
We could be. Oh, we could.
You just could
We
do.
could be
Be singing. We
DJs
could
in the
do
back
like a
too. We could
a
do a wee
gig.
duet. Yeah, we could.
We could sing.
We could busk.
We could busk.
We could busk.
We
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
This is a weird question. Out of the two of you, who would be Alpha and who would be Glinda?
You would be Alphaba.
Really?
Did we all see the child catcher performance?
I think Chloe would quite happily take an excuse to go back blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a wee pink dress and a
And
wee.
a little. Oh, one.
Yeah.
I
Fly
also
around the wee
think
broom.
I'm so pale. I kind of already fit the aesthetic.
I'm just green. I'm just green, guys.
Yeah, you didn't go. In my head, you were green for the child catcher, but you weren't, were you?
No, I was
Have you
white.
seen
It was
Wicked?
the nose.
Really white. It was.
Not you.
Yes, I
You
have.
seen Wicked?
No, I have no idea what Wicked is.
Incredible.
You've no idea what Wicked is.
Oh.
I have someone give me the
Chewbacca?
Wicked lore after because I
I will do.
have watched Wizard of Oz. I actually did my what is it? Do you remember I did theatre studies in school? So it was my upper sixth like performance. We had to take like a script that was already there, but make it like unique. So interpret it differently. So we did Wizard of Oz. And we did it so that it was like Dorothy, but she was like mentally insane,
Oh, you told me
and
this.
like the
Oh yeah.
the whole squad was like, I don't know, different fragments of her imagination or whatever. And I was Dorothy, obviously, and I looked actually insane. I had like the flipping hospital gown and all, and it was actually wild.
That as well.
But it was like it actually went really well. It was actually really good. Can't even lie. But that's the only thing of like Wicked I know is Wizard of Oz, which I don't even think is related, is it?
No, it's part of
It is. Yes,
It's part
it
of it.
is.
Yes, like
We'll
it's like a-
divulge in the lore next
Yes,
week.
it's like a prequel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
someone explained to me because I have no idea. I've never seen it live either. I really want to see it.
I want to go to
It's so
London.
good.
I've only ever
Incredible.
seen what's that called? School of Rock. I seen it.
I saw it in
not
London.
London.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw The Lion King in August.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
from
be
the
good.
Lion
Oh,
King.
yeah,
It's
that would've been
amazing.
good.
Immense.
Best
So
Lion King
good.
song.
What's the
Oh,
one?
I
think I
just
just remembered
can't
to be
wait
king, yeah.
to be king.
I like the film title. Like,
What is that?
please no worries.
Oh.
For the rest of your days.
Anyway,
See y'all's next
yes,
week.
movie
Exactly.
week.
Movie
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you
Stay
later.
tuned. See you later.
It's time to
Bye.
yap. With what's yappening.